National Treasury announced in the medium-term budget policy statement that although funding has been provided to implement the 2023 Public Service Wage Agreement, provincial education departments are constrained in hiring additional teachers. It says this could lead to larger class sizes and higher learner-teacher ratios, possibly resulting in weaker educational outcomes. National Treasury goes on to say to mitigate this, the sector will improve the approach to allocating teachers to schools and ensuring learner and teacher support materials are used cost effectively. Teacher unions say not hiring new teachers would be going against the Constitution. Sadtu says not hiring new teachers would be irrational as education is an investment and a right for every child.
It's not going to happen because it's unconstitutional. If it happens, we will immediately be able to take this thing to court. We don't want to waste time. We just take it to court, and the court will then instruct that particular MEC of a particular province to immediately employ the teachers. But we don't foresee a problem where the teachers cannot be employed. We don't think it's practical. We don't think it's rational, and therefore we want to regard it as some of those particular sensationalist issues that sometimes ministers like, throwing around in a show of power.
National Professional Teachers Organization of South Africa, NAPTOSA, says not hiring additional teachers is worrying as it would affect the quality of education. The organization fears that unsatisfactory working conditions for teachers could lead to them leaving to find employment elsewhere.
We understand that there's a money crunch, but we also know that in those professions that are labor intensive, I'm talking about nursing and policing and education, you can't really cut. Otherwise, what you're doing is you are limiting the ability of the teachers to do their job effectively. Then tomorrow, we will complain about children being unable to read or children being unable to do math or and so on. Then we must remember that schools have been built with a certain class size in mind. When you put too many children in a class, it then moves beyond teaching. It becomes crowd control.
Professional Educators Union, PEU, says not hiring additional teachers could lead to work-related stress for teachers, and this will likely lead to many leaving the profession before their time.
As stakeholders, we were able to meet in Gauteng with the employer, and the employer was able to explain to us the challenges that they are facing in terms of treasury or budgetary constraints that they had. But this decision that they are now announcing is not what we agreed on. There will be challenges because the posts that we are talking about, the teacher posts that we are talking about, are posts that have been funded and they are vacant. For in case if one passes on or a school is able to get extra learners for that particular school to get a post. If the department is not ready to hire new teachers, there will be problems because the government will indeed be trembling on the rights of learners that have the right to appropriate teacher distribution in the country so that they can get the necessary education.
All attempts to get comment from the Department of Basic Education have failed. Gloria Sefako Mosi, SABC News, Johannesburg.